Hey everybody, and welcome to the Hytale Beginner's Guide with me, Throwlash. Guide for beginners by a beginner. Now in the last episode we made this pretty basic starter house and it has been working out great for me so far. And I'm not sure if this is the case or not, but I feel like these mushrooms are spreading. I just don't remember if I put those down or not. I do have a couple things in here that I do need to clean up, but we're going to worry about all of this cleanup later because there is something super important that I want to go over today, and that is exploration. We haven't really been to many places, and I want to get around a little bit. Now, before you start just going around and exploring your world, there are a couple things that might be a good idea to bring with you. First of all, it's always a good idea to have sticks, stone rubble, and some plant fiber if you have any spare on you, so that way while you're out and about you can just remake any of the tools that might break. Prime example is my crude pickaxe here is almost dead, so I'm just gonna go ahead and craft another one right now. I would also like to mess around with these daggers, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a pair of those too. Now something else that might be a good idea if I can remember where I put it, there it is a bed. If you really go far, you really start exploring very far and you get to an area that looks a little dangerous, you can just throw your bed down on the floor, interact with it. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to do it here because my other respawn point is right there, but then you'll have a respawn point, so that way if you do die, you can just go get your stuff super easy. A good supply of torches, looks like I have 109, as well as some food is a great idea as well. And I'm not going to lie to you, it might be a good idea to bring a workbench with you as well. I'm just going to go ahead and craft a whole new one. So that way, while you're out about and exploring, if one of your tools break or there's anything that you need that you can't make through pocket crafting, you just have a workbench on you. Now, unfortunately, that is taking up a lot of inventory space, but that's okay. In future, we're going to be getting one of these, a backpack, right? So we need some iron and some leather. And iron you typically find down in the bottom of the world. We'll get to that in a later video. But to start our adventure, look at the bright, shining sun. Let's start our little exploration adventure, right? Where do I go? Now, at the top of my screen you can see the compass up there and it's pointing to multiple different things. We have my couple of deaths, my bed, and then off in this direction we have Forgotten Temple Gateway, and that is a very important thing which we will get to today. But the first thing that I want to show you after I harvest these little berries here is if you hit the M key on your keyboard, you will open up your map. And your map is super nice because it'll show you a couple of the structures and things that are around you in this area. So you can see my house here, this is spawn. We even have our little icons for the places that you've died and your respawn locations. We have that little structure that was right outside of spawn, but then if you click and drag on the map, you can actually pull it around and look at different areas around you. Not only that, but if you go ahead and zoom out with your scroll down with your scroll wheel, it'll zoom out on the map. And you can see there's a lot of stuff around. You can also see on the map that there are different biomes around as well. This is like a weird little blue forest biome. Seems to be a almost fall looking weather biome over here. This one here almost looks like a swamp. We have what might be like a spruce type forest over here. And then down over here, I honestly have no idea. It almost looks like a volcano or something. But we'll get to that in a future episode. Now, different biomes are going to spawn different things. They're going to have different stuff in them. For example, if this is one of the swamps, they are going to have different monsters and different enemies and different resources that will spawn in here. And same for this area, you'll have different tree types. It's kind of the same wood, but they just generate differently. And I've seen a lot of bears in this one, honestly. But as I zoom in a little bit, there looks like there's a little structure over here, and that's past the Forgotten Temple Gateway just a bit north. Looks like there might be a little structure over here as well. There's so many things to go around and find in these Hytale pre-generated worlds. Excuse me, randomly generated worlds. But what I want to try out right now is checking out this structure, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find some resources along the way. We'll pick them up, and I am going to be slightly cautious about this because this guy is here, and he's also got a little dog buddy with him, and there's a good chance we're not going to make it through this one, folks. So I think we might wimp out and just start shooting arrows. There we go. Got rid of that. Ow! And we're taking some hard damage already. Goodness. And it might be a good time to retreat and eat some food. And he was right here. He just disappeared. There we go. Oh my gosh, they keep spawning. That's interesting. Well, let's see if we can't sneak in here. We have a carrot on a stick there. That's really interesting. And if you come across these crates in the world, these pre-generated crates, those you can just punch and it will drop the contents, if there are any, on the floor for you. Same thing with these barrels here. Ooh, looks like we got an old map there. That's kind of cool. Oh, there's a workbench here too that spawned in with this structure. Very nice. Now the carrot's interesting. I'm sure you will be able to use that in maybe some cooking recipes, which again, we'll get to in a different video. Oh, looks like there's a chest here too. Very cool. So I'm going to click this button right here, the take all button, and it's going to move everything from that inventory into my pockets. Oh, wow. I almost fell right in here. Goodness gracious. I didn't see this at all. That's super cool. It's a little pitfall trap. I wonder if I can pick up this campfire. Oh, I certainly can. Very cool. Oh, looks like there's another pitfall trap over here as well. Wow, that is such an interesting mechanic. It's a very cool thing to have spawn into the world. Well, what a super fun and interesting structure for us to spawn right next to. Very neat. What I think we're going to do now is we're going to head towards this Forgotten Temple Gateway. Now, this Forgotten Temple Gateway, these will show up in multiple locations throughout your world. They all, on the inside, look a little bit differently, but they all kind of lead to the same place. Now, this is kind of just like a ruined structure that spawns in, and it's honestly absolutely beautiful. It's so cool. You've got this little like plinth out front that you can turn on and off with this beautiful statue. And then the pre-generated buildings are just gorgeous. And speaking of pre-generated buildings, there's one over here. We'll get to that after we are done with this one. What you're going to want to do is ready a weapon, head on inside, and just, you know, take in the awe. Looks like there's some offerings here. If you want, you can go ahead and pick them up. I'm going to leave those there just for the ambience. And then you can go ahead and head downstairs. Ooh, yeah, we got portals. We got different dimensions in here. There's a chest over there. There's a couple of tables and whatnot. And there's this guy. So this gentleman here is kind of like the guardian for this area. And you need to take him out in order to go through there. And before we do, I'm going to go over to settings and I'm going to go to show entity health bars. Now, I showed this off in the first episode, but I just want to show you what this looks like here. And once I get closer to this guy, he's going to start to attack us. And he is just not a happy fellow. But once we damage him, I'll show you what the entity health bars look like. There you go. Now he's got a health bar right above his head. See? And if you get too far away from the portal, he will just go back towards it and completely reheal. So make sure that if you're going to kite him around, you kite him around the room, right? Don't get caught on stuff. Now that spin attack does a ton of damage, and it will continue to damage you over and over and over while he's spinning. So make sure you're careful with that as well. Looks like we've got our special attack, so we'll go ahead and hit him with that. And we are almost dead, folks. Uh-oh. And we died. Oh, no. Go ahead and respawn right in our house here, and we'll head back down there and get our stuff. And our orc friend has spawned back over here. I wonder if he's ready for a tussle. He certainly is. I think I might die again. Goodness. There we go. Took him out. Now, something interesting that he dropped is a piece of armor, and I was kind of hoping to go over this in a different video, but since we've got it, we can go over this first of all right here. Now, there are multiple pieces of armor that you can put on your character. You have a helmet, a chest plate, some gloves or gauntlets, as well as some leggings. And we've got ourselves a chest plate. And as you can see there, the chest plate will increase my health by 17 points. It also gives me projectile and physical resistance, and increases my charge attack damage by 6%. Now, this is because it's a Trork Warrior chest plate. Now, a regular chest plate, I don't think it adds any of that extra stuff. It just gives you the increased health and maybe some extra resistance. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it and put it on here and take a look at how fancy I am now. And let's go see if we can beat up that golem now. All right, there's all our stuff on the floor. I'm just going to eat a couple of pieces of food before we get started, and we'll get back into it. And we got to get away from this attack and block as many as we can. Oh my gosh, that attack is brutal. And there we go. At the last second, we took him out, and down he goes. Goodness gracious. Now, I did drop a couple of things. I think he dropped some cobblestone as well as green crystal shards and some emerald. And emerald, I don't honestly know what it does yet, but it is pretty cool to get some. Now, we will go in this in just a second. There are a couple of chests, like I said before, that we want to take a look at. This is a high roll chest. And what we've got in here is a potion. We got some essence of light, some iron and silver ore, and then I got us, a new hatchet. Very cool. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of that, and I'll grab a torch so y'all can see what's going on here. But just in the area, other than the chest, I think there might be another chest over in this direction. It's just, you know, some nice decoration. Yeah, I got another bit of decoration here, and then here's another small chest. We got some extra food and some azure logs. Very nice. Let me eat this apple. That way we can take this fish. And very cool. Let's step up to this portal. Walk right into it, and now we are in the Forgotten Temple. Now, the Forgotten Temple is an absolutely serene, beautiful place. Let me actually take my torches out of my offhand so you can see what's going on. But it's so gorgeous. It is so pretty. And if you go ahead and hit M to bring up your map again, as you can see, there is nothing around. It is just this island. Now, something special about this island, you can't break anything. You can't interact with anything. You can't pick anything up. Everything is kind of just stagnant here. But then we have these little guys, right? And they're super friendly and they're so cute. Oh my gosh, look at them. They're kind of the game's current NPCs that you can see on the island that you spawn on, the area you spawn in. We've got does here, and look, they're not afraid of you. And the area is just so beautiful. And as you walk closer to this structure here, we'll get there in just a second, we've got these two, right? And this gentleman here wants to trade, but it's a work in progress. You can't actually buy this right now. Can't do anything there. And again, all of his stuff, not interactable, except for the things that you can't pick up, right? Like you can sit down, etc., etc. But you can't steal anything, which I guess is a good thing. And then over here, hi there. This one you actually can trade with, and you will find these folks in your world around in tree houses, kind of like this one here. We'll check this out. This is kind of what they look like. These are kind of the world's villagers, more or less. But everything costs essence of life, and you can buy things like spices and salt, dough. You can get some berry bushes, pies. Everybody loves a good pie. And recipes as well. But as I said, things will cost essence of life or greater essence of life. And we'll make greater essence of life in a different video. And as you can see down at the bottom, these actually, you can buy them out. They have 10 spices, 10 sets of 3 spices in stock. And if you buy them all, they will restock in 3 days, which is kind of neat, honestly. There are some other areas around as well, like these towers and such, but as you can see, they are a work in progress. This is, you know, early access. Hi, little guys. This is early access, so a lot of the stuff here is work in progress. But what we want is this over here. And when you walk up to this thing, you can press F to interact, and you've unlocked the memories feature. So Void's curse keeps Orbis locked away, but there may yet be a way to break it. A deity rests within the heart of Orbis. Seek out memories of Orbis's myriad creatures and record them here to restore her will. Your inventory can now store a limited number of memories under a special section. Return them to the heart of Orbis to unlock a variety of rewards. You hit discover memories and take a look at this. Now, what the heck does any of this mean? So what this means is when you get close to something, a creature of some kind, let me get close to this frog, or maybe these dudes over here, you'll see down on the right, new memory collected, Quebec rootling and Quebec seedling. And when we go back over here, actually, let me open my inventory first. We have this unlocked. It is the memories area. So we grabbed a memory of this frog, of this Quebec seedling, and this Quebec this is the seedling, I think. But anyways, regardless, if you hit F to interact with this statue, you can record your 4 memories. And what that does is it takes it out of your little inventory slot here. As you can see, you can only hold 48 at a time, and it will put them in here. So you can click on the Quebecs, and look at that. There's a rootling, there's a sapling, and there's a seedling. They're so cute. I can't get over them. Now, as you run around your world, you will find new things that will unlock new memories. For example, I think these guys might be different. No, it appears that they are the same, but we have a bunny that we discovered. And then over here, we've got a doe and then a stag. Different memories of different things. So make sure you go ahead and run around. Some of these are difficult to get, like the birds are kind of difficult to grab early game. We can go back over here and record 3 more memories. Now, why would you do this? What's the point of doing this besides, you know, Pokemon gotta collect them all sort of nonsense? Well, when you interact with this, down at the bottom, there are different chests. Now, chests will unlock the more memories you collect. So restore 10 memories and you will get 3 decorative chests and then 2 eternal seeds. And you can use those at different workbenches. If you do 25 memories, you get more decorative chests, eternal seeds, and a maximum teleporter, which obviously we'll get to in a different episode. Morph potions unlock at 50 memories restored with more teleporters, etc., etc. You can kind of take a look at all the things. So more or less, this just gives you a reason to explore your world besides finding new resources, right? And then I just climbed up here and I got close enough for the duck. So there are ways to get the flying creatures, which we'll get to in later episodes. But for right now, I think we're just going to head out. We'll head out the same way we came in. It will plop us right back down into that temple, and that stone golem shouldn't be there. All right, good. We are all set, so we can go ahead and leave. It looks like it is nighttime now, so we're going to interact with a lot of things as we run back home, like the sheep here. There's whatever the heck that thing is over there. I see there's a cow off in this direction. But what we're going to do is we're just going to set our compass to home and run there and hopefully run into the least amount of bad guys as we possibly can. Fortunately, it doesn't look like our orc friend respawns, so we're not going to be able to grab their memory. Home sweet home. Let's go ahead and take a nap, and we'll do a bit more exploring tomorrow. Brand new beautiful day. It's a bit foggy outside, but that's okay. And I think we're gonna head off in a different direction to explore some other stuff. Because if I open up my map, I see this over here and I want to go check that out. We have a whole new biome we haven't been in before, so we'll take a look there. And then I think we'll take a detour after that, and I want to go check out the swamp area too. Because there's stuff in the swamp that should help us progress. Grab this mouse memory here. There we go. And that's something you're going to find yourself doing often after you grab the ability to get memories is just go, oh shoot, did I collect that one already? Grab the memory of this nerd. And I think there was a wolf over here. Got a wolf memory, very cool. And I think this should give us a spider memory, even though it's a crab. And I got a little turned around on where I wanted to go. It's over there. But I just want to demonstrate this. If you pull up your map again and you scroll down to where you're trying to get, you can actually right click and it will select a location here, and you place a marker, and then when you look up at your compass over there, you've got target location. I need to go over there, which is unfortunately next to the bear, but that's okay. That just means another memory for us. Now, a lot of these structures are kind of like abandoned buildings, and they will be guarded most of the time. Ooh, we found ourselves a mine. This is very useful for the mining and dungeoning episode. Fantastic. Now, like I said, a lot of these buildings will have kind of guardians that will be around that it will, just be guarding the place. Usually they're those skeleton dudes, and you just have to be a little bit careful not to just run headlong into a place because it could get you killed. Look at this. I got myself a minecart. Very neat. A furnace. Nice. Something we haven't gone over before. I am going to pick this up just so I don't have to craft it later. That is used for smelting ores. And there we go. Nice little mining operation here. Super cool. We will absolutely be coming back here later for an episode on going caving. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to right click on this targeted location and hit deselect, and I am just going to head over in this direction, and I'm going to right click here and select that location, set my compass point on the right area, and we're going to head over here. And once again, this game is just unbelievably beautiful. Yes, this looks like kind of the first part of that swamp location here. Yeah, the fens. Here we go. Walk through a little bit more of this kind of sprucey forest-like area. And I see a bear over there. Let's skirt right around that guy. And here we go. Here's the swamp proper. Now, there are some things to watch out for in this area. Let me tell you, there's some new creatures that we should interact with, that we should see. And as you can see here, the floor is made out of moss. So if you start attacking stuff while you're on this stuff, you will start digging yourself down into the floor. So just be careful about that. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, hey, Throw, I'm looking down and I'm not going down. What's the matter? You gotta hit the shift key in order to dive underneath the water. And then you can swim, and as you can see, you have a blue bar that shows up for your breath. Come up above the water here, and then there's a new creature over there that we want to check out. There's a little... there's one. A marsh snake. I don't want to get too close because I absolutely hate snakes, and I don't feel like fighting one right now. I'm sure we will eventually. But aren't these trees just so cool? They have like this fungus growing off the side of them, or what looks like fungus. It's so neat. This game is so beautiful. Yo, look at that. A raven. Huge. Very cool. A blood leaf. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, this looks like a bit of a structure too. Very cool. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing any of the creatures that I was kind of hoping to. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting any of them to spawn right now. So I'll just kind of give you a little description. There's one of them that kind of looks like just a giant woolly cow thing. I don't really know how to explain it without showing it to you. And then kind of like lizard fish people that give off a very, very needed resource of medium leather. But real quick, let's head into the blue forest here. I feel like this is like an azure forest. And as you can see, there are different resources depending on where you go. The marsh has some moss, and then this forest here has slate, and then the ambience, just the general sound, changes as well. We also have ashen soil. Then we have these trees with blue leaves as well. I think these are azure logs. Let's go ahead and chop some of this down. Yeah, these are these azure logs. And they also drop azure azure fruit, which is consumable. You can regenerate some health with it. Look at these roots. It's so cool. It's so cool. This place is so cool. Down here, we've got some azure kelp. And then I bet you this is going to give me blue crystals of some sort. Yep, cyan crystal shards. Look at that. Ah, and there's our first bear. Messing around in a different world, I found that these forests here, these blue forests, I'm going to call them azure forests because I don't actually know the name for them. I found that they spawn a lot of bears. So as you're exploring these, make sure you're careful. But our pockets are getting pretty full. I think it might be time for us to head back home for now. Actually, before we do, on the edge of the azure forest, I would just want to zoom out a little bit. And as you can see, more territory has opened up for us to explore on the map. We've got this rocky, hilly, mountainous area, and then a little bit more fields, etc. down here with some more mountains here. Now, what's going to happen is when we head back over in this direction, the map is going to come back with us. So it's not going to keep everything open for us on the map all the time. We're not going to be able to see it all the time. Unfortunately, you're going to have to go in a direction to see more of the map. With that out of the way, let's head home. Oh, there's one. There's one. Okay, very cool. I think it is aggressive. So we're going to get close to it. I want to unlock the memory, and then we're probably going to run away from it because I don't really know how much health it's got. It is a moss horn. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it wants to attack me, so maybe it's only going to attack me if I attack it. So let's leave it be for now. And we're actually going to head back to the Forgotten Temple Gateway and hand in some of these memories. Ooh, here's another nifty little structure. So this is kind of a little scout camp, and usually I found those undead guys, but they have the bows on them normally. So this is going to be nifty and neat to see if there is anybody here. It doesn't look like it, so we'll just break open some of these barrels here and grab the spoils. Very nice. But what I like about a lot of these little structures that pop up is they have things that you can already make just sitting here for you to take. It's good game design, really. They did such a good job with this game. I wonder if Big Green is back. Nope, he's gone. All right, good. All right, head over here, hand in our 19 memories. Very cool. And we've got 2 things unlocked. Awesome. Decorative chests and eternal seeds, which is very cool. Oh, as well as maximum teleporters. Now, a lot of that stuff we'll get into a later episode, but right now we can go check out the decorative chests. Oh, these guys are back, so we can get their memories too. All right, let's check out this guy. Troc Brawler. He is brawling me good. And I don't know where his friend with the dog went, so I'm not going to worry about it. Have we gotten chickens? I don't remember. Oh, the safety of home. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sort through my inventory, and I'll be back in just a minute. Well, now that I've got my inventory mostly sorted, I'll go ahead and show you what the new chests look like. So we head over to the furniture workbench, go ahead and open it up, and as you can see, now we have a whole bunch of new options because we put our memories in there, and some of these are actually really cool. Now, a lot of these we're not going to be able to unlock yet, and as you can see when you mouse over them, they tell you the amount of memories they need. These 3 need 50, and then these ones need 100, and these are at 200. And as far as I remember, that's all there is for unlocking right now is just those chests. Yeah, as far as the furniture workbench is concerned, that seems to be all there is for memories unlocking. Is just chests. But unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out on this adventure with me, and we hope to see you in the next one. Oh, by the way, folks, I have a Discord, Patreon, all that sort of stuff. Go ahead and subscribe. You know all the nonsense. Anyways, thanks everybody. Bye.